Well, this is another solutions video. I wasn't going to do this subject yet, but just figured because of the responses to the last couple of videos, I might as well throw this in because it's part of the economic system kind of stuff. I've been really disappointed with the responses so far because they don't really have anything to do with what I'm proposing, and the arguments are just, if there's an argument, it's this, ambiguous anti-government crap that just doesn't mean anything. I mean, we, the people, are the government, effectively. We can fix that system and make ourselves more part of that system, encourage more people to participate in the system by having a system that actually rewards people for voting by making their vote mean something. But anyway, we won't go into that. So related to the whole economic thing is people complain about taxes and this and that and all this other stuff, and then there's this obvious thing, this thing called inheritance, right? The death tax. And it's such a sham, that the way people pigeonhole or whatever, however you want to phrase it, as if this is some sort of right. So you're going to talk and call yourself a capitalist society. You're going to talk about the importance of encouraging people to work and to do better and to do more, and then you're going to say, but 50% of the population should just inherit their money and live off of it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You're going to talk about how people ought to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and do all this other crap, and then say, no, but let's let half the population take the easy road. It's bullshit. So, I mean, my arguments against inheritance. I mean, first, if you can inherit the risk takers, right? That's how the money was acquired, by risk taking. Well, if they can acquire the benefits of risk taking, well, then they should inherit the liabilities of risk taking, theoretically, correct? So, I mean, if a risk taker loses a ton of money, okay, then maybe his heirs should pay it back to the investors. All right, that would be fair. I mean, if he's going to be able to give the the grotesque profits to his heirs, then he should have, his heirs should have to, since they're getting the benefits of the lottery, they should have to pay for the ticket. And paying for the ticket would be they'd have to be responsible for the debt of the risk taking. All right, instead of giving this easy out bankruptcy bullshit, no, let's let them inherit the debt. That would be fair. Obviously, I'm satirically ridiculing the concept, and I really wouldn't advocate such a thing because I don't think a child should be responsible for the parent's debt, but at the same time I don't think a child should get a free ride either. So obviously I would limit inheritance. I mean, the $4 million it's limited to now seems plenty of money. If I was able to give a child $4 million, that seems, he should be able to make out okay on that. He should really be able to survive comfortably enough, And what does inheritance do? I mean, you just have a bunch of slackers who go to the best institutions, the best this, the best that, get these expensive educations, don't use them, just go to the golf course. So, what's the point? How many people in the best universities in America will actually do any productive work? Because they're going to, look, you've got $10 million in the bank, or 20 million, or $1 billion. I mean, really, there's not a whole lot of incentive to work. It's a lot more fun to, like I say, whore around and play golf all day. So anyway, right there, it's unproductive. We're just taking people are squandering education on people who aren't going to use it. So the hell with that. And the second place, it's just unfair. It's just patently, unfair. I mean, you wouldn't, if you had a horse race and you had some horses, you just said, okay, because you were born to the right parents, and we're going to move you up, halfway down the track. And, some of you will put 3/4 down the track, and some of you will, I've used this analogy, will put you in the grandstand with the trophy already. I mean, you won't even bother having to show up for the race. You won. It's just stupid. And I don't know why people are so defensive of this concept. I mean, a reasonable amount of inheritance. Okay, what's okay? Well, let people indulge in some nepotism. But this idea that they're the of a family-owned business forever is just stupid. Why shouldn't your kids have to earn it just like the rest of us? It just doesn't make any sense. And it's like this sacred cow. And people just keep buying into the bullshit. Like it is some sort of offense to oblige the sons and daughters of the rich, to do what we're expecting the poor to do. I mean, here they've had all the privileges. They've had the best education, the best health care, the best, nurturing life, and we're expecting more from people who have shitty parents, drug addicts, live in Harlem, don't have anything, and we have these huge expectations for those people that they're going to make all these right decisions, and yet we have no expectations for the rich. It's stupid. It just stuns me that this crap, that so many people will defend this nonsense. I mean, why? Like I said, why even talk like capitalists when you're basically socialist? And this socialism is for the elite. Yeah, it's just, why not return to monarchy? Is that really what you want? You want to be nobles. That's right. You want your name to be in lights forever, and that your kind will always be the ruling class. I mean, it's so greedy, to have that expectation. It just, we all should earn our place. We all should have to sit there and begin our lives and end our lives and be able to prove ourselves and demonstrate that we were a fucking asset, that we left the world better off than we got it, and that we did that through our own character and through our own diligence and hard work. And if we fail, we have to accept our failures. And why shouldn't the rich, poor, shouldn't make any difference? We all should be held to that standard. So, enough. I mean, we'll cut this one short. So, I mean, I appreciate comments that actually argue against the subject I just brought up, not some other subject. And so if you can just point out the difference between monarchy and open, unregulated inheritance, I'd appreciate hearing the distinction.